So we got some updates to cover here on the Transformers Slag podcast, stuff that we covered late last month, and just some updates here and there, reconfirming from the man himself, JT Prime 17. So first one we're going to cover is JT Prime 17 is reconfirming that the core class will not be returning to retail for Transformers, more specifically the Generations line in 2025 and Studio Series. Last month, we covered the 40th anniversary Hasbro event in Australia, and they did an interview with one of the brand managers at Hasbro Australia, or Camiar, and he essentially, talked about this and that, and he was addressing some of the rumors, and one of the rumors came up about Core Class not returning. And while he didn't confirm it back then, he did say, when something is removed, something takes its place, and Camiar, to quote him, something new will take its place, new and enhanced for the fans. So we, pretty much got a suggestion that, probably Core Class is going to be gone, something new and enhanced will take its place. And I mean, guys, if you've listened to the Toy Armada with Aaron Archer and when we had Aaron here on the podcast, I mean, the business talk side of it, the business speak of it with Hasbro is Hasbro always has to protect their shelving space in retail and those SKUs. And pretty much Core Class will go away. That sucks, but something will take its place because they want to protect that shelving space. They had the Legend scale. They got rid of that. They gave us the Scout class. They got rid of that. They gave us that Micro Master price point. They got rid of that, and then we got Core Class. And what I just summed up was almost 15 years of Transformers right there, minimum. So it's something where we're just going to the next step of whatever that price point area will be. We don't know what it'll be. Core Class is gone, but it'll be something else, and Hasbro will be protecting that space, be it Walmart, Target, whatever big box retailer. They got to keep that spot. And like Camiar said from Hasbro Australia, the brand manager, new and enhanced for the fans. What'll that be? We don't know. Hopefully it's something cool. I loved Core Class. I thought it was a fun price point. I like smaller Transformer stuff that, you could reimagine those larger characters in a smaller price point. I've always appreciated those, especially when you're, display them with big play sets and stuff and, all our Titan classes. But obviously it didn't sell very well. I think the writing was a little bit on the wall because I did remember seeing a lot of Studio Series Core Class stuff going on clearance. It was showing up in Ollie's, and it was showing up even here in Canada in Dollarama, the Studio Series Core Class stuff. So, when it starts showing up there, that does show that there's a lot of that stuff that's not moving, and they got to reevaluate, think of something new to put in its place, but still protect that kind of shelving area of that smaller price point. So we'll see what happens with that. I also reconfirmed with a formerly deep in the trenches member of Target, one of their high-end employees. He gave me permission to use his screen name because he's someone that's a regular in our live streams here at the Transformers Slag podcast and the chats, as well as a Patreon member, CringeMcCringle, probably know the name. He did confirm that the Core Class is currently on closeout clearance or salvaged clearance, where a product is not only getting reduced in price, but is getting reduced in price to be getting rid of by next month or the month after. So it is confirmed that it is on its way out and it's done. And this does tell you one thing with this double confirmation. Go out to your local Target and get some cheap deals on Core Class before it's gone. And thank you, CringeMcCringle and JT Prime, for that reconfirmation of what's going on with Core Class. Kind of a shame. Another thing that JT Prime also confirmed, something that we talked about on the podcast last month, is the cancellation of Transformers Earthspark. JT Prime, covered it again. Sales are really bad. Show is not getting the views that they had hoped for. Paramount tracks the views on their apps and stuff, and no one is watching the content. The show is indeed ending after season 2, and something will be taking its place that is already in development, ready to go. And we'll have more updates here on the Transformers Slag podcast when it becomes more public. If you're not going to take my word for it, that's fine. The Screaming Heads didn't want that. That's cool. But take JT Prime 17's word for it if you're not going to take mine. Currently, right now, there's a lot of Earthspark product that's being, flipped back and forth on sale here and there. And, places like Ollie's, Ross, Marshall's, Winners, even here in Canada, we're seeing Earthspark products starting to pop up in all these clearance places. So it's already on the process of going on its way out. And hey, If you want to get a good opportunity to get some of these figures ridiculously cheap, now's your chance. I know I'm looking at it. I like Earthspark. I don't think that I'm a hater of the show. I actually enjoy the show, and I like some of those toy designs. I'm just pointing out the facts of what's going on here. We're moving on to the next thing. Same thing. I love Core Class. Just because I'm saying it's getting canceled doesn't mean I don't like it. If you can't deal with that, I'm sorry. That's all on you, my friends. But that more or less is the news, just reconfirming some stuff we covered a few weeks back. So I hope we kept you educated, entertained, and informed here on the Transformers Slag podcast. Thanks for sticking by us while people got really emotional. And, you guys just need to relax and enjoy life. There's a lot of beautiful things, like I always say. You can just enjoy those instead. I'll talk to you again on the Transformers Slag podcast. And as always, thank you for listening.